So, what path are you on that brought you to this course? Well, first of all, my name is Karen. So, hi, you guys. So, what brought me to this course? Well, I am a nonprofit leadership management, not a manager yet, planning to. Um, but yeah, I am a nonprofit major, and so this is one of my required classes. And besides it being required, it's a really important class to take because you get to learn and understand the relationships between volunteer managers and the people volunteering and see why they're successful and why they're not successful. And so it's really important to know that when you're deciding to go into this career. What have you experienced in volunteering in your own life? Well, lately I've been volunteering for the Welcome to America project. It's a nonprofit here in Phoenix that helps refugees. And so what we do is we collect donated items such as furniture, clothes, kitchen supplies, all the items you can imagine when you're going to move in to a new home and that you need. And so we take them to the refugees and we donate them to them. And so on Saturdays, sometimes when we go, we don't sometimes we have too many people go out, and so there'll be 100 volunteers out, and that's awesome. That's great that we have so many people wanting to help. But sometimes when we have so many people, it makes the delivery and the move go really quickly, that the experience is not as long as you want it to be. Also, when you have too many people helping, the work goes really fast, and some people are left out, and so they don't get to carry the sofa or carry the boxes of kitchen supplies, whatever it may be. And sometimes when there's also too many people, these spaces, the places where the refugees are being moved into, are so small that it's so crowded that it's really hard to all be in there listening to their experience and listening to them talk when they do talk to us at the end when we deliver the items. But the positives, which really outweigh all of that, is oh well, actually one more bad is specifically with this organization, because they're coming from Afghanistan there and from other places. There is that language barrier. So many of us don't understand their language, and so when there isn't somebody to be able to interpret it and translate it, we don't have the best experience, and neither do they, and they're not really able to communicate how grateful they are. So when they are these deliveries, these home deliveries, are so impactful and so meaningful because you really get to understand how grateful and how meaningful their work is, and so I there's lots of aspects to it. What makes something good, what makes it bad, it also depends on what kind of organization it is. So describe what volunteering is. From my personal opinion, what it is, or my own definition, is simply somebody who raises their hand and says, hey, I'm willing to help. So that's what I would say. Address the boundaries of volunteering. I guess using my own personal examples, just bouncing off of that, is basically seeing your neighbor struggling to carry their groceries inside. I would say that would be considered volunteering. I'm saying, hey, I want to help again. To being the person in class who is raising their hand to be the first person to give a presentation. I would say that was. Now, if you're getting paid, or if your company is making you do it, even though you're not really raising your hand, you're still doing it. You're still showing up. You're still doing it. So I would consider that still volunteering. So yeah. As far as that, yeah.